Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I'm glad you stopped by. I hope that you'll hit that like button, that you will subscribe, and also that you'll hit notifications so that you get all of our recipes as they post. If you are a subscriber returning, I want to thank you for joining us again. Today, I'm going to show you how to make meatballs. This is a Southern Italian meatball recipe. I have been through many meatball recipes in the past. This is the one that I came up with that I want to share with you. It is the best one that I have ever ate. This is a very versatile meatball recipe. And as I said, it's a bulk. We're going to make approximately 11 dozen of the small meatballs. We freeze these. We use these for meals throughout the week or on weekends when we have friends and family that come over. You can use these for spaghetti and meatballs. You can use them for meatball subs. You can use them with meatballs with a brown gravy over noodles. You can even use these as appetizers. So the appetizers, you can buy meatballs in the grocery store, but honey, I tell you, they are nowhere near what these are. In fact, I hate to say this, but I'm going to anyway. I hate buying the ones in the grocery store, and I never have bought any, but I have ate them at other people's homes. But I'm kind of leery of them. It's like a mystery meat to me, but nonetheless, don't tell anyone about that one. I'm going to show you how to put this one together. It doesn't take very long. It is, however, a labor of love. We're making a lot. I'll also show you how to freeze them for your family. To start these Southern Italian meatballs, we are going to need 4 pounds of meat. We are using 2 pounds of ground chuck and 2 pounds of ground sirloin. You could use any ground meat that you want to, so you could use your hamburger and sausage. We just don't prefer sausage. You could use turkey or you could use ground chicken. Now, if you do use your ground turkey or ground chicken, you're going to want to amp up on your Italian seasoning because those meats are, in general, pretty bland. Um, Start your oven, if you will preheat that to 425. So what's going in these meatballs? We're going to be using 3 onions. The recipe will say 2 large onions, but I didn't have any large onions, so I'll be using these sweet Vidalia. For this recipe, we're going to be working smarter, not harder. So we're going to use our food processor for some of these veggies. You will then add 6 cloves of garlic, yummy garlic, and we're going to need some parsley. So we have a large bunch of parsley, and I had never seen a bunch this large, and I was very satisfied when I seen this in the grocery. We're going to use probably 3/4 of this. Again, we have a lot of meat here, and we want to make sure that we get those Italian flavors in there. I'm just going to put a couple quick chops in it. I'm going to add it over into the food processor. That parsley smells so good. Our veggies are in the food processor, and I'm just going to pulse this until these get completely chopped up. If your veggies stick to the side, just give it a quick swipe to get that off there, and give it another pulse or two to get those that were stuck on the side. We're going to switch these around for right now. You'll want to grab 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of Italian breadcrumbs. And we're going to let these breadcrumbs soak up that milk so that when we add it to our meatballs, that we get that texture and moisture that we want to from the milk and breadcrumbs. We're going to season our meat now. So I have sea salt here. You can use any salt that you want to. And I'll be adding about 2 tablespoons to this meat. Then we will add our Italian seasoning. We have 2 tablespoons of our Italian seasoning. Now our peppers. We have a tablespoon of black pepper and a teaspoon of red pepper flake. You can omit the pepper flake if you want to, but I do recommend that you put that in. It is going to bring so much flavor to your meatballs. And guys, no more than this with this much meat. It's not going to burn your mouth. We're going to need 3 large eggs. So you just crack these, put them in here. I better crack it over that other bowl just in case. We don't want no shells in there. No one wants a crunchy meatball. Now we will add our breadcrumbs and milk that we had mixed together. We have some, oh, where's my Parmesan cheese? Parmesan cheese. We have about a 1/4 cup here. Guys, the recipe with all of the measurements will be right down in the description. And now we need to add our lovely vegetables. I've cleaned up my workstation, but I did want to tell you about these eggshells. I do save these eggshells. I dry them out, bake them. I put them in dog food. If you want some recipes for some good dog food, put it down in comments. I do have another channel where I feature some dog foods. And I also use these in our worm beds. So we also have a few worm bins where we, Kelly, what is it called? They compost for us, okay?
Permaculture.
Permaculture. So anyway, put me a comment down there. I'll share that with you. Now we're going to mix these meatballs up. I'm going to be using the tools that God gave me. If you want to put on gloves, you feel free to do so. If you want to use a spatula, you use that. A spatula is not going to get it mixed up as good as these God-given tools. So you just get in there and you start mixing. Now we will start balling it up so that we can bake it. Get a cookie sheet. I have lined this one in parchment paper. You can by all means grease it. I would not really put a rack on it. I have never cooked my meatballs on a rack. I do have the ground sirloin in here, which is a much leaner cut of meat. And I didn't add any additional oil. So this has always worked for me. Also, this recipe, guys, I have tried many meatball recipes in the past. And this one is by far the best one that I have tried, and I have stuck with this one for years and years and years. So I do believe that you will like this one as well. So get your scoop. I'm using the small cookie scoop. You can use a larger if you're looking for larger meatballs, but I want these meatballs to be very versatile so that we can use them on meatball subs. We can use them with gravy. We can use them in appetizers. So that's why I use this one. So just start by scooping them up. Super, super easy. This pan, this is a smaller pan, is ready to go into the oven. We will have many more pans. This is a big batch. We will be cooking this one in our Breville Smart Pro air fryer. This is an appliance that we have added to our kitchen in the past 6 months. It has been such a pleasure to have. It is so easy to cook with and it does so many things. So this is going in our Breville. Remember, $4.25. We're going to cook these for 15 to 20 minutes. Just keep a watch on them. Everybody's oven is different, so keep a watch on these. Guys, we have gotten the first batches out. We did cook this one in our Breville Smart Pro. We cooked these two in our conventional oven because this is a large batch. And guys, we are in meatball heaven right now. This is a labor of love, but your family and everyone that you serve this to will be so thankful that you did this. We will move these over to the cooling rack and start our next batch. Our meatballs have cooled, and now I'm going to show you the process of freezing them. You will want to freeze them on a cookie sheet. After they freeze, and they're good and hard. Then you can place them in a Ziploc bag. This is a gallon freezer bag, and you can take out just as many as you want throughout the time that they stay in your freezer. They only stay in mine about 3 months, but they will last up to 6 months in your freezer. So you'll just take them single layer and put them on your cookie sheet, similar to how we cooked them, baked them, but you can put them a little closer so you can get quite a few on one cookie sheet. This is what they'll look like. Yes, ma'am, they can be this close. Stick them in your freezer for at least 4 hours. Overnight is best. That's normally what I do. And then in the morning, I'll take them, put them in my bag, and stick them back in the freezer. Guys, these Southern Italian meatballs will make many dishes for you and your family. Here we have prepared spaghetti and meatballs. We have prepared egg noodles and gravy with meatballs, and also a mini meatball sub. Of course, you could get the big subs if you want to, but we're trying to watch our weight. No, we're not. I hope that you have enjoyed this recipe. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and also hit notifications so that you get all of our recipes as they post. And until next time, you guys take care and God bless.